Finally, the Germs has come back to YouTube. Yes, I am the Germs. Oops. The Germ. And I'm here with another Full of Germ review, this time for Fighting with My Family. Yeah. I'm exhausted. I'm stupid, everyone. And this is the new movie directed by Stephen Merchant. And it is starring Nick Frost, Lena Headey, and Florence Poe? I think that's her name. Anyways, this is, as you can tell, wrestling related, except for this, forget it. But it's like a championship belt, so, you know, it doesn't matter what you think. And it is all about WWE superstar Paige and her journey to make it to the WWE, to make it to, you know, the biggest wrestling stage of them all. Will she make it? Won't she make it? I mean, you kind of know the story, but it's an interesting one to get to. So let's get on with some good, some bad, and maybe some wrestling nerdy talk. So real quickly now, I am a wrestling fan. Always have been. Like, don't tell anyone else because it's always like a big secret. But every WrestleMania season, you know, the last couple pay-per-views before that, I'm into it. I like getting together the storylines and everything, and it's been something that I've been fascinated. Like as a kid, I loved, you know, just all the violence and all that, the big over-the-top characters, and yeah, the storyline if it's good, yeah. But then growing up, like that kind of influenced my writing when I did it. Just like how a story builds along, and especially leading to the big event, WrestleMania. And that was always something that interests the hell out of me. Like, man, like that's great when a great story comes together like that. It's like, and you know, your hero gets the championship. You're like, yes, it's amazing. It's a lot of fun just to journey to get there. And even just like when a match is just the storytelling in one match itself is, you know, something. Yeah, you cannot but love it. And this was a movie that actually my wife, who does not like wrestling, that hates violence, yet she loves like CSI and all that stuff, you know, where there are dead bodies everywhere. Like, she actually really, really loved this movie, and she wanted to know more about wrestling afterwards. And I think that's the highest compliment I can give this movie, where, you know, she didn't mind the fact that there's something of violence in it or something that leads to the violence, but it's the journey to get to this, you know, mecca that is WWE, and something that, you know, WWE superstar Paige wanted to get to, as she's portrayed here by Florence Poe, I believe is her name. That's how you say her name, and she does an amazing job in this movie. Like, you feel for her character. Her and the rest of the family, like, all together, they're great. And they're all just a funny little odd bunch. So that's what separates this from most, you know, biography movies or, you know, based on a true story type thing. Where it's like, yeah, most of this, or probably all of this, was based off a true story. And yeah, these people are real. They're over the top. It's a wrestling family. And yeah, to get to where they're at and, you know, doing what they're doing, they love it. This is their life. So they couldn't have it any other way. And of course, to have their little girl make it to the biggest stage, it's like, it's a big deal for them. And along the way, also, her brother wants to join WWE as well. And his journey to get there is something. So just this whole family, which the father and mother are played by Nick Frost and Lena Headey. Nick, you know, from Hot Fuzz and all the Edgar Wright movies, and Lena Headey from Game of Thrones and anything else that she's been in, that she is a badass. And here she is as another badass. So both of them together as husband and wife, it's like, yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, another positive I gotta say is Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn, who lately I have not been the biggest fan of. You know, maybe True Detective Season 2 he was alright, but here I thought he did a great job as one of the trainers, or one of the, you know, people to get to WWE. Like, he was great. He was, you know, still a positive influence, you know, bringing Paige down, but also like building her up and building up all the others. And like, it seems like such a difficult business to get into, to work, because you have to do this every day. And yeah, they show it. And you know, for some people, like, this is what they want to do. Break their bodies every night? Sure, let's do it. But you know, you see that there's still a lot of heart, and this movie has a lot of heart and a lot of humor to it. And that's definitely, all these reasons are why I highly recommend this movie. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, I think you'll still get something out of this. Granted, maybe not watch it in the theater, though it is still a good-looking movie too. Stephen Merchant, a great actor, a very funny actor too, especially if you played Portal 2. He is hilarious in that. And yeah, he might have a scene in the movie. As much as I feel like I'm revealing all of this movie, yeah, you can kind of tell what's going on, and that might be some of the bad. Like, yeah, you can kind of predict what's going on, especially if you are a wrestling fan. You know where this is going to go. Although some little liberties are taken, you know, some people that you think will be there are not, and they switch things around maybe. And yeah, still, like, that's just minor nitpicking. For the story that's given to you, it's good, it's enjoyable, you'll have a good time, you'll have a smile on your face, and you're gonna laugh. Like, I laughed. Like, usually I don't like crack up during movies, but there are moments that I was like, this is so silly. And what more can you ask from a movie? Not to mention, hey, you got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson showing up when he does, and he's hilarious. Like, he's a big positive in the movie. And again, he's not in it a lot, but when he's in it, like, he controls the screen, controls the theater screen, whatever. And yeah, what more could you ask for? That guy is just gold. Like, he's in a movie and it's just, there you go, $1 million. And yeah, for that, I highly recommend this movie. If you're a wrestling fan, yeah, you have to watch this movie. Even if you're not, again, I highly recommend this movie. It's a lot of fun. It's good. It's a positive, uplifting story, you know, about this, you know, wrestler who pretty much, like, she changed the game for the most part. She's a different wrestler than all the others, especially for what was given at the time. And it's a positive story. It's another positive female role model. Also, despite what, you know, some people have learned on the internet about her, as far as wrestling goes and her journey to get there, yes, she is a very positive female role model to, you know, to a lot of little girls. And again, if it made my wife want to watch wrestling for a little bit, I think she's got an interesting story, and yeah, it's enough for me to recommend this movie to you. So, have you seen Fighting with My Family? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you a wrestling fan? Tell me down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I am at Full of Germs on all the things. If there's anything you want me to talk about on here, I'm a little nerdy YouTube, just let me know. I'm here. I'm all ears. So that's my review, and I'll see you in the next one. Can't get any more awkward, can it? Or can it? I'll see you in the next video. I'm a dork.